When it comes to respect, merely being respected is good and all, but it's when you start to command respect is when you start achieving what you're capable of. It is as the saying goes, the first impression is the last impression. So from the moment you walk into the room, sit up and be a man, be confident and assertive in your life. That means asking for that promotion or asking her out even if she seems out of your league. Take control and change your life. Now, we don't mean that you should put on one of those typical alpha male masks that does more harm than good. No, that's not what it means to command respect. It simply means to be the type of man that people speak highly of. But how can I command respect? You might be thinking. Don't worry, we'll get to that, but before we do, let's discuss some reasons why men aren't respected the way they should be. One of the reasons is because most men try to make themselves the center of attention in hopes that doing so will earn them the respect they crave so much, but you see, in reality, they only end up coming off as a narcissistic person that's impossible to respect. Or sometimes it's the complete opposite. Another reason why men aren't respected is because of the fact that they refuse to open up to anyone. Sure, you might be one of the most intelligent men in the world, but if you don't demonstrate your ability to others, no one is going to acknowledge you. Your achievements and accomplishments will continue to go unnoticed. Yes, we know that it's important to be humble and not to brag too much, but don't mistake humility for complete silence towards your achievements. This will make you appear to be timid and shy, and like it or not, no one respects a man like that. All in all, it's a meticulous balancing act that you have to perform. Don't sway too much in one direction, be humble when victorious, but don't hide your achievements. Be brave when faced with fear, but don't be a fool that rushes into things. Keep in mind your posture when you're with others. A slumped-down posture portrays laziness and weakness and can end up causing you to lose the respect of others. A lack of confidence and a lack of energy are one of the two main aspects that decide how much someone respects you. Try not to look around too much while talking to someone, as it shows that you're uninterested in the conversation or worse, intimidated by the other person. Now, we don't mean to say that you should constantly look in the eyes of who you're talking to all the time, but try to maintain eye contact for at least 1/3 of the conversation and avoid looking here and there and giving the impression that you're not interested in the conversation, as no one respects someone who constantly ignores them. These concepts also apply to your daily habits. As an example, consider a man that talks too fast without even realizing that by talking too quickly. He lets off the impression that he's nervous and not confident, which ultimately ends in him losing the respect of others. It's no mystery that human nature is very critical when it comes to judging others, and people are often way too quick to judge whether or not someone is confident. Take an example of a man looking to buy a car. He goes to 2 different sellers and asks them about the car. One of them starts explaining the history of the car in a calm and confident manner, using a controlled but smooth voice, while the other talks as if he's in a hurry, giving off the vibe that either he's too nervous or just not interested in selling the car. Which of these sellers will you choose to buy a car from? Even if the first seller is a complete con man selling a defective car, since we can't read his intentions, we can only gauge what we can judge from their behavior, and judging from their behavior, most of us will choose the first seller. So you see, even if you're a high-value male, you should keep in mind these rookie mistakes and keep your behavior in mind, as others definitely will. Coming back to the main point of our conversation, how can a man command the respect of others? Though there are many ways one can do that, we're going to discuss the 7 most effective ways to do so. Number 1, treating yourself with respect. Ask yourself this: would you respect someone that doesn't respect themselves? Someone that undermines their contributions in society? Someone that constantly curses themselves and surrounds themselves with similar people? Would you respect someone like this? You see, no one is going to respect you if you don't respect yourself. When it comes to others, how they perceive you treating yourself is how they will treat you themselves. Remember, be your own best friend. Know your worth and hold yourself in high esteem. A mistake many men make is that they focus a lot on the setbacks and shortcomings in their life. In doing so, others around them treat them the same way they treat themselves. Moving on to number 2, you have to be worthy of respect. Remember, respect is something that has to be earned, and commanding respect doesn't imply that you should go around asking people to respect you. If you do this, people will feel as though they're being pressured into respecting you, and if you use your position as a way of demanding respect, they'll think as though they're being manipulated. Remember, someone that commands respect is someone that has class. He has this aura of confidence around him that people can't help but respect. These are the things that set apart a leader and a boss. A leader is respected, whereas the boss is merely feared. Remember to back up your words with actions. Show yourself capable of performing difficult tasks and dealing with adversity. As you begin to conquer your fears, you will naturally start to become more confident. Number 3, be decisive. If you don't own your decisions, people will simply walk over you. Being unable to own one's decisions shows that you can't handle being a leader. This greatly affects how others view you, as a true man knows what he wants and knows how to get what he wants. So be decisive and own your decisions. Number 4. One of the things we discussed in the beginning is to be humble. As we said before, a boss is feared, not respected. No one respects someone who acts as a bully and in trying to show yourself as a tough alpha male. Instead of earning the respect of others, you will end up earning their resentment. The only way to command respect from others is by being someone that is dangerous but compassionate, someone that is powerful but kind. Many of the so-called alpha males confuse kindness to be the same as weakness, but they couldn't be further from the truth. Number 5. Work like hell. Work even if you don't feel like it. To command the respect of others, you need to be a productive member of society. You need to be disciplined and hardworking. The world is filled with people looking for an easy way out, people that can't stand inconvenience. But hard work isn't just about the work itself. It's about having enough discipline as a man to go out there and struggle. Only when you have worked hard with discipline will others view you as a man that deserves to be respected. So no matter the job or role you find yourself in, whether it be in the matters of family or your job, always aim to bring value to your role. Be productive. Be disciplined. Number 6. Communicate. Remember, no one can read another person's mind, and no one is going to try and guess your talents, your capability, or your goals. This is something that you need to do yourself. Communicate your expectations. Whether you choose to do so verbally or non-verbally, always communicate your expectations. Don't let others misunderstand or confuse your expectations. You know how the saying goes, nice guys finish last. The reason those nice guys finish last is because they fail to communicate their expectations and often take too long to properly say what they mean. Number 7. Remove the people in your life that refuse to respect you. Like it or not, the hard truth of the world is that not everyone is going to be at the same standard you hold yourself in. Whether they are incapable of doing so or willingly choose not to respect you the way you deserve to be respected as is not important. Even if you decide to follow these 7 things that we discussed in this video, there are inevitably going to be people in your life that simply refuse to respect you. Whether they're your coworkers, friends, or colleagues, they will not respect you. At these times, a man has to adopt a stoic view towards life. Though you cannot control how others view you, you can, however, control how you react to these things. As a man, you have to recognize that there will be people in your life that will never respect you the way you deserve. And if you continue to let these people disrespect you, you're the one to blame. Of course, this isn't applicable to every situation, but the takeaway here is that you should learn to take control of your life and surround yourself with people that treat you the way you deserve to be treated. Remember, brothers, the first place to start commanding respect is to command respect from your own self. Be proud of and respect the man in the mirror, and he will respect you in turn. Don't forget to show some love, tap the subscribe button, and hit like for the algorithm to see the next best way to level up as a man. Watch these videos here.